Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Put a Ring on It. So, the episode started where it left off with Eric trying to understand why Jessica is saying what she's saying because it's coming off as if she is not being shown that she is appreciated by him and that, he basically loves her. And Dr. Nicole asked him, do you touch her? You like touching her and all this other stuff. He was like, yeah. And so she had explained to him that that is his love language. But for her, you can't just give her stuff and send her stuff and all this other stuff and think that that's it. She actually needs to see the action. You know what I'm saying? There are other things that she deems to be, oh, okay, he really showing it. Because you can tell that he's obviously in his feelings because she is saying, while expressing how her dates have been going, that the guy, Sean, that she's been going out on these dates with, he is providing the things that she wishes that he would provide, which is what she deems to be her love language. And he ain't here for it. And he talking about, well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this, so if I never knew it, then how could I know? And so she's like, she's telling you right now. That's how. So y'all, you could just tell he ain't here for nothing. And since they started with them and all of that, Dr. Nicole wanted to know if she was going to go out on a date again with old boy. And she was like, no, I'm just going to focus on myself and my relationship. And Eric said, yeah, I'm going out on a fourth date with Leilani. And of course, Jessica looking like, and I'm like, I don't understand why. Why is it that nobody's understanding? You need to do whatever you feel is best for you and not try to be like, okay, well, hopefully they'll see me backing down and then they'll follow suit. Like, that's the problem. You're not in their head. You are not seeing what we are seeing as the viewer. Like I told y'all before, if these people were seeing what they was doing on these dates, specifically Smoke and Eric, they would stop. They would stop. They would stop the cap. They would stop all this foolishness because you would think that some of the stuff that's going on is not that bad or it's bad, but I'm like, that I just be wanting to tell them that's not even the icing on the cake. That's not the cherry on top. That ain't the sprinkles that some people live for on things, which I don't understand. But anyway, I'm just like, y'all just don't even understand that what they telling you, it don't even hold a candle to what actually all been going down. But go off though. It's a lot. So after everything was over, Dr. Nicole told everybody that despite the fact that Eric is the only one who is going out on a date again, and everybody else is deciding to just do what they're gonna do and focus on themselves and their relationship, that everybody has tasks. And the women are going to go window dress shopping, if you will, go try on dresses, and the men are gonna go to a ring shop and look at rings or whatever. So yeah. When it was over, Eric and Jessica got in the car and Jessica could tell that Eric was feeling some type of way. So she asked him, was he all right? And what did you think about everything? He gonna lie to us and yeah, I'm all right. And so she felt the need to apologize to him for what she said, which was that she doesn't get the affirmations and all this other stuff. Because in his mind, he like, okay, what you're saying is the same thing. You say that you don't get things, but you do. And so she was like, it was just the way that I said it, it just came out wrong, but you knew what I was saying. But basically, all she is saying is she needs you to show her that you love about her and you appreciate her and all of this in other ways, and not just you touching her and pulling her close and all this other stuff. So he was just like, it basically went over his head still, and I was just like, girl, girl, just okay, what they call it? Just hang it up flat screen. He killing me. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. I ain't gonna get into that. So the men are now at the place looking at rings, and they both know the type of ring that the ladies want and all this other stuff. But Eric is seeming like he don't want to get married, and they have been arguing and going back and forth so much lately. It's like, do we want to get married? Like, yeah, y'all have made progress, so they say. And uh I'm just like, no, I don't see it. But go off though. So Dr. Nicole did tell everybody that she was gonna be available. She is making herself available for those who need her, so that she can help them to get to the finish line, whether it's separate or together. So Eric and Jessica went in separately to talk to Dr. Nicole, and she kind of wants to see where everybody's head is at, and need to know where the commitment is, and all of this. But the main thing was, we all know how Eric is, so it's like whatever. With Jessica, you can tell that she is really struggling with it, because I really feel like she sees the red flags like as clear as day, but she don't want to call them out that loud, because it's like, I'm with this person. We have introduced our lives to one another. We have introduced our kids to one another. We have been living together. Like, something has become familiar to you. And it's like, oh no, I don't want to have to get back out there. Then everybody getting older. It's just too much. And I get that. But she has to be able to find her own identity. And all of that. It's just, I don't understand. I don't understand. I just need for her to understand that she should be able to find value in herself and expect better. But it just is what it is. She gonna have to find all that out on her own. So anyway, Eric then went out on his date with Leilani. They're going salsa dancing, and I was just like, yeah, this was just an effort for you to touch this heifer, but go off though. So of course he asked her, if this was the last time you saw me, how would you feel? And of course she wasn't gonna be here for it. And so he was like, well, I've decided to focus on my relationship, and everything that you and I have been doing, it has helped me. And he gonna ask her, do you want to finish your drink before we go? And she wasn't here for it. She was like, nah, I think I'm done. So he ended up setting up some kind of we ain't at that part yet. So the ladies are now looking at the dresses. They look beautiful in their gowns, and they look really, really nice. And I'm just like, okay. And everybody is now gonna go on individual dates with their ladies, and they are basically hoping that everything is going to pan out. And I'm like, okay, set it off, do what you're gonna do. So Sean decided to take LaRonda on a date to the place that they went to when they had their first date. And I was like, oh, okay, this is basically a setup. Like, if you can't see the handwriting on the wall, then you need to get your eyes checked. So they ended up racing one another, enjoying one another's time and company and the fun that they have with one another. And he ended up having some kind of like romantic scene set up. And it just was what it was. He said a whole lot of beautiful things to her. He called her his queen and was like, I want to be able to stand with you, and I want to be able to carry you across the finish line whenever we, so we can cross together. And like, he did all of these things, and then he uncovered the wedding ring that was up under something else. And so he proposed, and she said yes. And he was like, I got one more surprise. And she was like, what? And said something about a brand new car. And they went into another room, and her family was there. She's very big on family, so that's what it was that was going on. So everybody was here for it. They gave a toast to them. So yeah, hopefully they will work out. I have enjoyed them as a couple. It's just that I was very, very shocked with how overly emotional he could be. Like, when he broke down crying that day, I was like, oh, because she went out the door on a date with somebody, and then that particular date wasn't even nobody she was really interested in. Like, I was like, what is going on here? Now, I'm here for an emotional man, but woo, child, that was a lot. So now we see Jessica and Eric. They are going to a place where they are going to be doing a photo shoot. And this is something that's supposed to be something, as far as him, like showing her that he appreciates her and doing something special for her. So after it was all said and done, he ended up proposing to her, and I'm like, girl. Of course, she said, yeah. I was just like, child. Anyway, that was the episode. y'all see how short it is this week. Next week's supposed to be good. I'm tired of my spirit already because Smoke done did the most. Kai is trash, as we have already seen. Because of, I will continue to say, like I said before, the way she pulled that stunt the first time she met him, I already knew she was gonna be trash. But what she says next week or whenever week is gonna be, when she says what she said in this this little clip, it confirms that she's trash. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed the recap review of this foolishness, which is put a ring on it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be back with anything else today. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Be safe. I'll talk to y'all later.